everybody, how you doing? Today, for math, we're going to be talking about word problems and the part-whole tape. These are two tools. Well, word problems are not really a tool, but that's something that we have to solve in math. But the part-whole tape is a tool. So here's the thing about word problems. A lot of people think when you're solving word problems, it's either addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. In first grade, addition and subtraction. But that's not so true, because a lot of the word problems we're solving are algebraic. So for example, here's a problem. Bill had 3 cookies, Jack gave him some more. Now he has 9 cookies. How many cookies did Jack give to Bill? So this problem is not really addition or subtraction. Now here's the thing. When you're solving a word problem, this is what you do. You read it twice, you really think about it, you act it out, and then you answer it. So let's do this for the problem we just saw. Let's read it twice. Bill had 3 cookies. Jack gave him some more. Now he has 9 cookies. How many cookies did Jack give to Bill? All right, I'm going to read it again. Bill had 3 cookies. Jack gave him some more. Now he has 9 cookies. How many cookies did Jack give to Bill? I'm going to think about it right there. All right, now I have to act it out. All right. Bill had 3 cookies. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Bill had 3 cookies. Jack gave him some more. Oh my gosh. We don't really know how many Jack gave to Bill. But at the end of the story, how many does Bill have? Oh, that's right. He's got 9 at the end. So 9 is the total. So now I can act it out. 1, 2, 3. He started with 3. All right. If Jack gives him 1 more cookie, that's only 4. If Jack gives him 2 more cookies, that's only 5. 3 would be 6. 4 would be 7. 5 would be 8. 6 would be 9. So Jack gave Bill 6 more cookies. And what's the last thing I have to do after I act it out? I gotta answer it. Okay, so Bill had 3 cookies. Jack gave him some more. Now he has 9. And I answered it. Jack gave Bill 6 cookies. And sometimes in school we work with number bonds. Here it is in a number bond. 9 was how many all together. 3 was how many Bill started with. And 6 was how many Jack gave to Bill. That was the mystery right there. So, again, when we're solving a word problem, you can't really do addition or subtraction, because first graders, what we want them to do is to think about the story and act it out. Because if they can think about the story and say what's happening and then act it out, they can solve a whole lot of different kinds of word problems, not just addition or subtraction. So for example, let's do another problem. Let me take these down. All right, coming on down. Oh, there goes one. Let me get my eraser. Erase, erase, erase. Erase, 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 erase. Go right, erase, erase. Okay, all right. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now here's another problem. It's not really addition or subtraction. It's a problem where you got to act it out. All right. So what am I going to do? I'm going to read it twice. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to act it out, and then I'm going to answer it. These are the steps for solving word problems. You should print this out, and you should have it up in your house, because this, it's going to help you solve a lot of different kinds of word problems. All right, here's the problem. Jack saw 9 frogs in a pond. Some of them jumped out of the pond. Now Jack only sees 4 frogs in the pond. How many jumped out? I'm going to read it again and then I'm going to think about it. Jack saw 9 frogs in a pond. Some of them jumped out of the pond. Now Jack only sees 4 frogs in the pond. How many jumped out? All right, let's figure this out. Okay, so first, let me think about it. Jack saw 9 frogs in the pond, and then some of them jumped out, and now at the end, there's only 4 left in the pond. All right, let me act it out. Jack saw 9 frogs in the pond. Let's get the 9 frogs in the pond. All right, Jack saw 9 frogs in the pond. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm acting it out. Cubes, pennies, beans. Mathematicians use all kinds of tools. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 frogs in the pond. And then what happened? Okay, some of them jumped out. We don't know how many jumped out. Okay, all right. Now Jack only sees 4 frogs in the pond. All right, so these must be the 4 that Jack sees at the end of the story. See, I'm acting it out. Okay, these are the 4 frogs that Jack sees at the end of the story. That means these must be the frogs that jumped out. So, jumped out, and these are the ones still in the pond. All right. There's my part, whole tape again. All right, so now if I'm going to answer it, I'm going to say 5 frogs jumped out. If I wanted to do a number sentence, I could write 9 frogs in the pond, and then some of them jumped out, and then 4 stayed in the pond. So how many jumped out? 5. If I wanted to do a number bond, I could do it like this. There were 9 frogs in the pond, 4 were still there at the end of the story, 5 jumped out. So a lot of math in first grade is about exploring these part, whole relationships, up to 10 first and then up to 20. And being able to solve not just addition and subtraction problems, but algebra problems like these ones. And the part, whole tape really helps as a tool because it thinks about the parts of numbers when you're solving problems. All right, one last thing before we go. Let me take this down. Okey doke. Let me erase. Woo! All right. All right. All right. Now, sometimes students are given problems where they have to work with just the part, whole tape. So for example, if I have a part, whole tape that looks like this, what that means is I'm making 11 altogether. One part of 11 is 4. What's the other part of 11? Well, that would be 6. That would be 7. Not up to 11 yet. That would be 8, 9, 10, 11. So the other part of 11, when one part is 4, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is 7. So these tapes we can use to play around with the parts of numbers. Here's another example. Say my tape is 3 and 4. So I'm doing 3 and 4. This is the parts of a number. It's 7. So sometimes I'm finding the whole, and sometimes I'm finding one of the parts. So let's do where we find one of the parts. Okay, instead of 7, let's do 12, and let's say one of the parts is 5. All right, let me figure it out. I'm making 12. I could do 12 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One of the parts is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is one of the parts. The other part has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other part has to be 7. 5 plus 7 is 12. So those are two things that we've been working on in class. The first is solving a lot of different kinds of word problems, and I'm going to send some home so that you can practice them and you can make up your own too with your own child. The other thing we've been working on is part, whole, tape, which helps us think about the different parts of numbers, because this is going to be really important going into second grade, because it's not just addition and subtraction in math. It's about finding the mystery in part, whole number relationships. It's being flexible. If I have a problem where I have 3 red jelly beans, 3 blue jelly beans, and some green jelly beans, and I have 12 jelly beans all together, I gotta be flexible. I gotta think, okay, I have 12 all together, 3 are red, 3 are blue, and the rest are green. Let me act it out. Let me use some objects like beans or pictures to act it out, and then I can figure out how many green jelly beans I'm looking for. So math used to be just addition and subtraction in first grade in numbers, but it's a lot more than that. It's about part, whole relationships and being flexible with solving problems. Practice that with your child at home. I'll send some problems home. All right, have a terrific weekend, and let's all have an awesome June.